Hey, what's happening, everybody? PowerStroke Jude here. I hope everyone's having a great night. I'm here with TTS tonight, Teck's Talking Shop on YouTube, and Teck's _ talking _ shop on Instagram. I am concluding the group's wrench video series. Um, my video is going to be on ratcheting wrenches. Uh, I hope you guys enjoy it. Watch till the end. Uh, got some special stuff going on at the end. I'm going to talk about some future projects that people have asked about, panel discussions. I'll give you guys a inside tip as to what panel discussion videos we might be doing. And I'm also going to be talking about a giveaway that the group's doing, and it's a really good giveaway. I'm not going to give all the details of the prizes. In fact, I'm not going to give you any of the details of the prizes at this point, but I will give you guys some of the rules and where to look for it and where to find more information about it. But that being said, let me go ahead and turn this camera around, and I will, start my video on wrenches, ratcheting wrench. Let me pause one quick second as I put my headlamp on. All right, guys, I am just going to show you the ratcheting wrenches that I own, and I'll, give you an example of how to use a couple of them. This right here is a Tribus tool oxygen sensor wrench. As you can see, it's got a ratcheting mechanism in it. It's an O2 sensor and a knock sensor wrench. I got that, cost me about $100, a little more. But that thing has worked a couple times for me really well. I did an S10, some O2 sensors on an S10, and it really bailed me out, kept me from having to drop the exhaust on the upstream sensor. Other times I've attempted to use it, it was a little bulky and not really helpful. And then on basic O2 sensors, you're not really going to need it. Anything would work, on something that's right there on the exhaust. But it's a cool wrench. I picked it up, and I'm going to use it when I can. You may as well. I spend $100 on it. Let's see what's next. I'm going to talk about this wrench right here. This is a Snap-on. It's ratcheting on one end, and it's not ratcheting on the other, but it's 3/4 on both sides. It's a nice wrench. I wanted to get the set. I've had this one for a long time. I needed the 3/4, but I recently looked into getting the set, and they don't make them complete in SAE or metric from Snap-on. From Snap-on, you got to get it. I think for metric, one of them has one of the sets has 8, 10, 12, 13, and 15. And the other set has 14, 16, 17, 18, and 19. I don't know why they do that. Why they don't just make one complete set. And in fact, if I remember correctly, I think they were even missing when it wasn't a complete set. But I guess they're trying to double dip. The SAE set was the same. It was 2 sets, about 4 or 5 wrenches in each one. So a little bit upset about that. What I might do is get these sets in Gearwrench, because I know Gearwrench makes a set just like this, and it goes from, if I'm correct, 8 all the way up to 19, and then 1/4 to 3/4 in SAE. A new wrench they make that they don't have is this exact same wrench, but it's got a flex head, and Gearwrench makes that one as well. So I might be picking up those in Gearwrench, just because I don't like how Snap-on's doing what they're doing. These are a couple of wrenches. It's probably one of my very few Husky tools that I have. It's a ratcheting 17, a combination wrench, but a ratcheting 17. And then the Master Grip. I don't even know where I got that, but it's a 10 millimeter. I'm be honest with you, I've had these for a while. My only guess is that I was either using someone's tool and kept it, or I was working on something somewhere and didn't have it and needed to get it. The 10 I probably had to go buy somewhere. I mean, I more than likely lost a 10. That's the most probably the most accurate description I could think of with that. Here's a set of Gearwrench ratcheting wrenches, double box end ratcheting wrenches, and there's double box end on both sides, but it's different sizes. It goes from 8 all the way to 19. Here is the 1917. This is the first set of ratcheting wrenches I ever bought. I remember I was at Sears, and I was debating on whether I should get these or whether I should get the Craftsman. Real big, bulky. They almost look like I don't know what you'd call it, like I don't even know what to call them, but they were real big and bulky. But they were Craftsman USA, and Gearwrench. I was like, man, I'd never really heard of Gearwrench. I didn't know who they were, so I didn't know, should I get them? And I was really debating it, but I said, screw it, I'm gonna give it a chance. And man, I love these wrenches. I use these for a long time, and like I said, they're probably 20 years old, and I use them for a long time, and I still use them from time to time. It's a really good wrench. I have never had a single one of them slip a tooth on me that I can remember. If I did, it might have been like a one time with me putting way too much torque on a 13 or something like that. But those have been great wrenches. I use them all the time. And you can tell, very well used. But I use them all the time until I got these. And these aren't even a complete set. These are only... This is kind of like how the SnapOn sells these. This set is an 8, 10, 12, 13, and 14. And when I bought this set off the Macro truck, man, I fell in love with them. And they're great. They're flex head ratcheting wrenches. Which means when you get into a tight spot, you can even use the flex head to help you, maneuver around whatever's in the way. You can tell these things also are beat to hell pretty good. I need to clean my tools. But I don't like the fact that they don't sell the whole set. After I bought this set, a couple months later or weeks later, who knows, he came around and he had the rest of the wrenches, but in a different case. This was in a complete case by itself. And the other wrench came in, the other set came in, the rest of the wrenches came in another case complete by themselves. They didn't sell one complete set. I recently saw that Teck, you all know Teck, he was on a live stream and he saw my wrenches and he told me he had the set complete. And he had a case that went from 8 to 19. And I was like, oh, dude, I can't believe it. They didn't have that when I bought these. So who knows? Maybe we can get him to finally do some content and put a video up and start his channel. He has a lot of stuff. We'd love to see what he's got. He's got this complete set. But anyways, these are great wrenches. I use them a lot. In fact, I'm not even sure if I'm getting the right size, but I'm just going to give you an example of how you can use these. Putting together this cart, I know it's not a car or vehicle, but as you can see, there's not a lot of room right here. There's especially get this big old thing out of the way, break my sockets, my socket tray. In the corner, there's really no room. So if you have a standard wrench, you're going to get on the fastener and you're going to tighten it. You can take it off. You're going to move it. You're going to tighten it. When you have a ratcheting wrench, you can just put it on. It'll ratchet. You'll hear it. It'll ratchet. You'll hear it. You can just do what you got to do. Because it ratchets, you don't have to keep readjusting on the fastener. And that's the benefit of ratcheting wrenches. And that's the benefit of having the flex head. That's what they came out with after, because that really helps as well. So that was those. Next set of ratcheting wrenches I'm going to show you that I own. It's not a set. It's a few individual Capri ratcheting wrenches that I bought. I bought them to compare them with the Gearwrench ratcheting wrenches, because I remember CP, the tool addict, he came out with the video and he was talking. I don't know if he came out with the video, but he and I were talking. He was telling me that these were better than Gearwrench. And I was like, well, yeah, I don't have a whole lot of Gearwrench, but I really like those. And I was starting to buy a few Capri tools. So I said, I'm going to check these out. Now, I know these aren't double box end, but it is a 0 degree or a zero offset ratchet on one side. So I bought a few wrenches and I tried them out. These are cool wrenches. If you're going to get ratcheting wrenches, go ahead and get these, because these are probably better than the new Gearwrench. The new Gearwrench stuff is not as good as what I think these are. These are the old Gearwrench. Like I said, 20 years old. So I would definitely take these over like I said, these don't even look beat up. I haven't had them that long. I would definitely take these over the new Gearwrench. But if you can get your hands on some old Gearwrench, I would say when I use them, I like these old Gearwrench better than I like these Gearwrench, or these Capris. The next set of wrenches I'm going to show you are the OG. As you guys can see, it's the Easy Red long double box end ratcheting wrenches. Everybody's got these. A lot of people have them from Mountain. I think people have them from Carlisle, Icon, Monster Mobile. There's a lot of companies that make these now. They're probably all from the same company, but if I'm correct, Easy Red was the original one, the first company that I ever saw making these. If I'm wrong, put it in the comments. Say, hey, Jude, you're stupid. Man, these ones came out way before. But I remember seeing these, and my friend Scott picked them up, and I tried them out, and I liked them. And the next week, I picked up a set, and and it wasn't till about 2-3 months later, or maybe 6 months later or so, that I started seeing other companies like Mountain. I think was the next one that I saw. But if I remember correctly, these are the OG ones. Everybody's seen them. Everybody likes them. But like I said, not a lot of people still have the Easy Red. And you can see these things are pretty beat to hell, because these things have been great, man. When you're working on the ground, you need the long reach, and you're trying to get bell housing bolts. It's these things help you out a lot for not just bell housing bolts, but for many applications. Man, these things are awesome. So anyways, these are ratcheting wrenches, and that's what I was supposed to show you. The next thing I'm going to show you are just some wrenches that exist. Everyone knows they exist, but there was only 10 of us plus Anthony Robles. Man, big shout out to Anthony Robles for helping us out and doing a video on he did, I believe, ratchet. Oh, not ratchet. I'm doing ratcheting. he did adjustable wrenches, and he did a great job. So anyways, let me move on real quick. No, sorry. Okay. These are double box end wrenches. If you want to see a good video on these, because I'm just going to show them real quick. I'm not going to do like a big old explanation. I believe Nuts and Bolts with Tone just did a video on these particular wrenches. These are the Capris. I had a set of Mac, a complete set of Mac SAE metric, but I don't have those written anymore. Doesn't matter why I don't have them. I just don't have them anymore. So I wanted to replace my sets, but I needed wrenches fast, and these Capris were cheap. I got both of these sets for around $200 combined, which is not bad. And these wrenches are pretty good, man. They've held up. They were really good. I was replacing my Macs. As you can see, these are also relatively new. I was replacing these sets, but I was buying like 2 at a time. But after I bought 4 of them, I was like, man, those 4 right there cost me more than these 2 complete sets. So I got these sets, and who knows, I'm probably going to still complete my Mac set, because, man, as much as I like these, the Capris are great. They don't hold up to the Mac. The Macs, well, I'm not saying they don't hold up, but to me, the Macs are a far superior wrench. But shoot, are you kidding? These Capris have been great, and they were lifesavers. I'm not going to knock them. Another wrench that I have right here, I have a small set of the angle wrenches. I think Nuts and Bolts with Tone did those, so go watch his video. Here we go. Flare nut wrenches, or line wrenches, or whatever you want to call them. When you're working with brake lines, with fuel lines, these things are lifesavers. As you can tell, they grab the fastener on more sides than a regular wrench, and you don't want to strip those. Those are, when you're working with them. This is a Craftsman set, Craftsman USA. So that's something you definitely need when you're, and that's the application you would use them on when you're working on fuel lines or brake lines and stuff like that. ABS lines, great wrenches to have. This is what I would call big wrenches. One mechanic would laugh at me. He would see 1 5/16 and say big wrenches, but they're just big combination wrenches. When you're working on bigger stuff, like he does a lot of heavier equipment and stuff like that, fleet stuff. So in here, I've got thin wrenches, which help a lot when you're working with lock nuts and stuff like that. And then I've got SAE and metric Pittsburgh offset wrenches. I couldn't think of the name for a second there. Offset wrenches. Now these help when you got a fastener that's got something in the way, and you can see the offset on them. It helps you where you can put the wrench on the fastener, and you can go around what you're working with, similar to the S wrenches that one mechanic showed you, but just instead of the wrench being bent, I guess through here, it's bent like this instead of like this. But these are lifesavers. They're good wrenches to have. I have a Pittsburgh set. You know, I may upgrade someday to a better set, but these have never failed me. I don't use them too often, but when I need them, they're there, and they're good wrenches. Wrenches you don't see too often anymore are the double opening wrenches. These are my Craftsman. This is my Craftsman USA set. Should I'll never get rid of them because you know you just don't see them anymore. Last drawer, crow's feet. I consider this a wrench. You know, sometimes you can't get a socket on something, you can't get a regular wrench on something, but you can, you know, wiggle this thing on, wiggle one of these on there, and get an extension in there, and it's able to help you a lot. Very, very good wrenches to have. Some people might call them sockets, I don't know, but it's a good set to have. And the last ones I'm going to go over are these combination wrenches. These are actually, I believe, Pittsburgh's version of a bolt biter. Bolt biters are like an extraction wrench, which helps you with fasteners that are stripped. So this is actually a 2-in-1 because these are like their version of a bolt biter, but it's also a spline or universal drive, which means that they fit on hex, on square, on SAE, on metric. So this is a pretty decent set. Since it's Pittsburgh and each set probably cost me $20, when people need wrenches, you know, I give them these because if they need SAE or metric or, you know, whatever kind of fastener they're using, this should work. So that's why I picked these up, you know, to help people out, you know, and I don't got to give them any of my Snap-on wrenches. So let me turn this around again. Back on me. Got my light must have gone off. I didn't even notice it. But I got my hope you guys liked that video. That was my take on, or my ratcheting wrenches, and then, you know, the other wrenches that we didn't go over. Like I said, if you want to see the double box and wrenches, go check out Nuts and Bolts with Tone channel. He did a video on them. And if you want to see any of those other wrenches, whether it be crow's feet or universal wrenches or whatever, flare nut wrenches, put it in the comments, and I guarantee you I'll get one of the guys from TTS to make a video on it, or I'll make a video myself, and that'll be more content for you guys. Now, as I move on from that, thank you guys for all watching our wrench series. Now I'm going to talk about a little bit about the future. Content. I know I've had people ask me, like AG Tech 45, Ag Tech 45. He's asked me a couple times, you know, hey man, are you guys still going to do those panel discussion videos? I really like those. And a few other people have asked me as well. Yes, we are absolutely going to do those. We got away from them just for a minute. You know, we wanted to do some individual videos. But we're going to do some, I think the next 2 or 3 videos we put up are going to be panel discussion videos. I know one mechanic, Dave, and I were talking about doing an old fogey one, you know, since we are the old fogies of the group, and we were going to talk about how times have changed in the last 20, maybe even 30 years, you know, the big changes we've seen in the industry. I believe Nuts and Bolts wanted to join us. You know, he's not quite as old of a fogey as us, but who knows, he's probably getting there. No offense, Stone. What else? I believe Kentucky Tech and Davion and a few other guys. I'm not sure who else was going to do it. Who knows? I might be included. I'm not sure. But I know we were talking about, or they were talking about doing an extraction panel discussion, you know, for whenever you need to open your old crab drawer. We've all got an old crab drawer, man. We hate to use it, but we're glad we got the tools in there when we need them. And I think we're going to do a panel discussion on extraction. That'll be useful for a lot of people. Would probably like to know how to get a broken exhaust bolt out of a head, or, you know, whatever it is. You know, extraction's big, man. Bolts break everywhere. You need to know how to get them out so you don't damage anything. So I think that's going to be a panel discussion with another 3-4 of us. Who knows? We might get special guests for these two. I haven't hit anybody up yet, but I might I might ask some special guests to participate. Those are the 2 panel discussions that I can think of off the top of my head that we were talking about. But I promise you, there'll be more. And the giveaway I was talking about, you guys are not going to want to miss this. Every one of us in the group, there's 10 of us. We have all decided we're all going to donate something to a giveaway, value between, you know, minimum $25. You know, like, sky's the limit on what we want to donate, but minimum is $25. So if all of us donate a gift that was exactly $25, or a prize that was exactly $25, you know, that comes out to a $250 prize, which is pretty decent. You know, considering you're going to get something from 10 different people, it's not going to be like you're going to get one tool. You know, you're going to get, you know, a lot of stuff. Rules for that are that you're going to have to be following Tex_talking_shop on Instagram, and you're going to have to be subscribed to Tex Talking Shop on YouTube, and then both of those have to be verified that you're subscribed and following. You don't have to be following our individual channels at this time. You know, maybe in the future we'll request that in a giveaway. You know, it'd be nice if you followed us. You know, there's 10 of us. Check us out, but it's not a requirement at this time. I don't know exactly when it's going to go up, when we're going to do the giveaway, but keep an eye out. You know, we all got channels. They're all posted in my video. Everybody's channel will be in the description. So check out our content. We may talk about the giveaway there. We may talk about it on live streams. Tone does a live stream. Kyle sometimes does one. I do one. I know Davion's done one. Tyler's done one. Jamie's done some. So yeah, you know, if you see us on a live stream, you know, if you've hit the notification bell, check it out. You know, we might be talking about what we're going to give away and when we're going to give it away. But anyways, this video's dragging on, man. I'm at 21 minutes and change. So I'm hoping I retain people for this long. Yeah, maybe you guys just skipped to the end because you wanted to see what the content and the prize was going to be. But let me end this video. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, and ring the bell. I hope you enjoyed the series. I hope you enjoyed my video. Until next time, keep on keeping on. PowerStroke Jude, out.